I literally couldn't breathe for a second.
What are you talking about?
All right, are you guys ready here? We ready to go here?
Good to go.
All right. Well, welcome back to the Floor Chapstick podcast, episode 39, I believe. I'm your host, Nate Finlay. I'm here today with the one and only returning guest, 2019 Guest of the Year, Daniel Farina. In the background, we have our resident editor and former co-host, Austin Gonka. Let's jump right into things today, boys. Starting right off the bat, we saw something happen last night over Twitter that was joked about in a special. The guy was cast about it in the show, and it comes out to fruition that Chris D'Elia is an apparent pedophile, which is news to me. And it's as a now former fan of his, it's like, fuck, dude. Like, you wouldn't have thought.
I mean, you kind of do. Look at that beard. Look at that nose. Look at those eyes. Those eyes have seen little children.
Oh, man.
Yeah. He said it was like a lifestyle. He's like, I got accustomed to the lifestyle.
No,
What
he said I
lifestyle?
got accustomed to my lifestyle of, like, that's what he meant, like, being rich and famous and stuff.
Right, but that don't mean you
That
get
brings
to
a whole new meaning to the Good Charlotte song "Lifestyles of the Rich and the Famous."
Not even, bro. That brings more light to fucking Pizzagate.
I think Bill Cosby brought a whole new meaning to that song.
That's true.
Nah, bro. That's straight with Pizzagate right there. If you want to get into it, I mean, we don't gotta, but I'm just saying.
But he talked about Pizzagate and how it's not real.
No shit. If you're a part of Pizzagate, you don't want Pizzagate to be a thing.
Was you know who a part of Pizzagate, you think?
Oh, absolutely.
Our
No. Don't even say nothing. Don't even say nothing.
Oh, the audience knows.
No.
They don't know names and stuff, but they know stuff. Oh man, this is it's kind of a shock. It's a little bit on top of everything today. For those on a not as much of a lighter note, but on a what? Did you have something else you wanted to say?
No, I'm just.
You've been playing with my AirPods since you discovered them in the car.
Yeah.
They're pretty. Got the
They
pretty
do
blue
this.
case.
They open and then they close with a little.
Can you
snap.
please stop clicking them? I'm trying to be professional here. I'm trying my best not to lose my shit.
Hey, you know what I gotta say to that? No.
All right. Anyway, what were we talking about, man? Oh yeah. On top of all things, I put my dog down today, which is kind of. I've cried out myself out for the day, so I can talk about it now. And 13 years with, I had never thought that I would have to put the dog down. Like, I just thought like, oh, he would go on his own and stuff like that. But it's like watching your dog take their last breath is the most heartbreaking thing I think a person can go through, especially. I know. I've been with the dog for the last 13 years, his entire life. And it's just, now it's going to be like waking up tomorrow. He's not going to be there. I'm not going to take him out. I'm not going to be able to feed him. And it's just going to be a little bit of a change and an adjustment process. But yeah, it looks like I'm just carrying the conversation.
Nah, bro, air it out, bro. I thought you were gonna vent.
Yeah,
about
I
your
thought
dog.
this was a venting thing.
Right, I thought this
It's-
is.
I
you
can
talk-
join in.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm not gonna interrupt you while you're talking about the love of your
it's
life,
weird.
dude. What the fuck?
It's weird because like I watched him deteriorate over the last 2 days so quickly, and he went from, eating and drinking to not drinking as much, not eating as much, and then last night he loved these chicken treats, and last night and this morning he turned his nose up at him, and I was like, "Fuck, dude!" Like, and he had an abscess on his leg that was like just filled with gangrene, and it was smelling, and he was shaking, and bugs were getting to it when he would go outside. He wouldn't even stand up to go outside. He would just go, and it's just.
Yeah, it's one of those moments where it sucks to say, but you knew it had to go.
Yeah.
Like, it was time.
Yeah.
And when he was euthanized today, like they gave him the first shot, the sedative, and he was just like laying there, just breathing heavy. And then they gave him the second shot, and he just went just so quickly. And the doctor was like, you know, he's in a better place now. And you know, as I put it on Facebook, you know, he's got that fucking rug up there just chilling on it.
Mm-hmm.
The rug, eggs, and tons of snow.
Mm-hmm.
Not cocaine, because my dog didn't do cocaine, but
Well,
like snow.
Hey, bro, let him live life up there, man.
I mean, yeah.
if he wants to do dog
Max,
coke.
yeah, if he's doing dog cocaine and sniffing all the asses, I mean,
There's a difference.
he's Tony Montana up in dog heaven
Exactly.
right
I'm Tony Montana. You fuck with me, you fuck with the best.
now. When he fucks the Rottweiler bitches, he goes, "Say hello to my little friend, my
Oh,
red rocket."
Jesus.
Well, when you texted me this morning, it was kind of like, obviously it was more of a hit to you, it's your
Yeah.
dog, but it was a hit to me at the same time because I'm like, first of all, it's a friend going through shit, but also
Can you-
literally 2 days.
Keep your hands on the desk, please. Fuck.
I'm a child.
2 days ago was the 5-year of when my dog died, my 1st dog. So it's like, that fucking sucks. It's within 2 days of each other, that's gonna be 2 anniversaries that, you know, not fun.
Yeah, and like, not to mention a fucking when we went to the vet today, I left my car windows down because I don't have air conditioning in my car, so knew it was gonna be a hot day and wanted it to be not so hot in there. And I get back and I didn't leave the windows down all the way. I left it down like a crack to the point where I could just reach in, hit the unlock, and open the door. I fucking get back from the vet. There's goddamn bird shit on my window. Not the back window, not the front window, the driver's side fucking window. So I had to go inside, fucking get a paper towel, wipe off the bird shit. I didn't even bother washing my car. I just rolled the window down and then left it down.
Fair
So
Respect. Big
yeah,
ups
the
to
bird's
homie.
like, "Oh, your dog died? Well, here's some more shit for you."
Big ups
but
to
yeah,
the homie. Big
right.
ups to the homie. Rest in
Right.
peace.
Right. So enough of the sad shit. Let's get into
Yeah,
some
let's
good shit
rebound it,
here.
baby.
Have you guys ever heard of You ever heard of geocaching?
No. Would you like to enlighten me, please?
So from what I know, geocaching is like basically like it's like treasure hunting time capsules in a way. They're these little things in like shoe boxes or whatever. They're hidden all around, and there's like little knickknacks and tinkerage stuff, whatever in there, and that you can like trade. You can take items, leave items to let people know that they were there or not. And then there's a piece of paper in there that you sign. And there's like on these pieces of papers, there's hundreds, and sometimes there's like 6 or 7 pieces of paper with thousands of names on it. And it's just like you don't take the box, you just leave it there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so cool to like think about like, oh, this is like a hobby that people have, just going out and like finding this cool little shit and then coming back. And I read on the internet today that some people have found like $20 bills and have left 50s and like stuff like that. And there are people who will find like cigarettes and leave other things. And it's like, damn, I'm about to go geocaching this week. You want to go? You want to go?
We're gonna go find some THC crystal in one of those. We're
Oh
gonna
my
have to leave
God.
A
some.
little baggie of DMT.
Exactly.
Like, oh, fuck.
Right, we're gonna need
Or
some
what
of
you
those.
think is DMT and it turns out to be meth and you become a meth head.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
No, you both could use a little meth addiction.
What do you mean?
I mean,
Oh, slim down a little
What do you
bit.
mean?
what are you trying to say?
Do you know how long it took us to get these bodies, and now you're gonna shame us for them? We
Hey,
wanted
hey,
this.
fat-
Hey, no, chill out. We wanted this. We didn't trip and fall and be like, oh, I had an extra.
I don't know. Speak
had
for
extra friends
yourself.
for- what do you
Speak
mean?
for yourself. From what I know, he did not want any of that.
I mean, it's
He's beautiful. What
better
the fuck
than
is
being
fucking-
I want,
a
like, I
bag
told
of
you,
bones
meet me at
and
meet me at 165, Danny.
Fuck no, dude. I'm gonna be a beanpole. I'm gonna look like you.
By the end of the by like my birthday, I'm gonna, with the help of my trainer right now, he says by my birthday you can get me to 190, and that's
Oh, yeah.
65 more pounds than I weigh right now.
Yeah, can he also get me to 190? Please.
Do you want to elaborate why you want to get on to 190 for the audience here, so we can get a little bit of a
I mean,
base going here, a little bit of hype for the?
oh God, we're really okay. Well, you see,
It's happening this year.
Is it?
You're back. It's oh no, it's happening when he comes back.
Yeah,
That's right.
next
That's right.
year, yeah.
Unless we move it to
he
Alaska.
can't come back this year.
Not unless we go there.
No, fuck that. I ain't going to Alaska to beat some dude's brains in. So, me and my buddy have this brainchild called Mixed Martial Morons. And it turns out we're gonna be the opening fight. We're gonna be, at 205, like heavyweight, just beating the goofy out of each other. It's just two friends having a silly goose time, beating the living shit out of each other. It'll be fun.
And
I'm coming for you, McMahon.
For those of you who don't know, that event and the entire Mixed Martial Morons company is sponsored and provided by the co-founder and founder of Floyd Chapstick. Well, one of the co-founders, this man here, of Floyd Chapstick Productions LLC. So don't forget that. If you ever need some goofy sporting events or anything covered, you hit up your boys here.
Goofy. We're trying to beat each other's brains in. Goofy is like, let's play dodgeball.
Well,
this is me and my friend.
If you
Green.
can dodge a kick, you can dodge a ball, right?
No, they're two different things.
All right. Well, what have you been up to, Danny? Where have you been? Like, fill everyone in. The fuck? I'm sick of carrying this conversation.
What you mean, Kara? So, I've
Talked about everything I could talk about here. We still got fucking
He's like, I've used everything. We still
56. Oh, shit. All right. No, I forgot to talk about a shooting in San Antonio, but we'll go back to that.
have. Okay, cool. I guess go fuck myself.
Oh,
right?
no. So, like, a few weeks ago, we'll talk about this. Because we talked about it in the car on the way over here. A few weeks ago, there was this fucking guy who shot and killed this 18-year-old and a 16-year-old volunteer firefighter in Texas because they were responding to reports of smoke in the area, and he thought he was on probably a lot of drugs. He thought aliens were chasing him on an ATV. Turned out to be the two volunteer firefighters. Shot and killed them, went to his brother's house, told his brother the story, and then investigators later found 50, yes, you heard me, 50 9mm casings at the scene.
Well, Jesus Christ, dude, that sounds nuts. What I'm saying here is what I have been.
He was charged with capital murder.
Yeah, remember that dude who shot?
No,
I'm not. I'm just holding them. I'm just holding them. God, let me be a child. But no, the dude who killed the guy in Wendy's. I can't remember the dude's name.
Oh, the police officers and Rayshard Brooks.
Yeah, Rayshard Brooks, one of the cops, the cop that actually shot him.
Yeah.
He's being charged with felony murder.
Really?
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm kidding. Hey, chill out, big guy. Chill out, big guy.
But it's just like you said, Danny, if you have 1,300 bad cops and you have 12 good ones and they don't hold the 1,300 accountable, you have 12 bad ones. It's...
Yeah.
You could have chosen a way easier number to say than 1,312.
But that's the thing, though.
2010.
But the thing
Homie
that...
said 13,000. Homie said 1310. He said 1312.
Whatever. Fuck you guys. You're
You're the one who
fired.
started it.
You're both
Right.
fired.
Okay, and we're gonna
I'll
start.
pack up all my shit now.
Right, we'll start our own company, and we'll make it a porn company.
Hell yeah.
Right?
Oh God!
think-
You said
do you
we'll
think
start.
we-
You
think
said
we're
we'll
gonna-
start our own podcast, and I said no. Flashback.
Exactly. Oh.
Oh boy.
Now, if we can get back to what you asked to me earlier, since you don't want to apparently carry the podcast. Well, what had happened to me was
Mr.
I have just recently moved back from Las Vegas, Nevada. Area code 89128. So that was fun. Drained my bank account doing that. I had to buy a shipping container from U-Haul, which then I had to pack almost every single bit of my shit in. And then that took about 3 weeks to get here. Fucking, I had to buy a plane ticket, which they're not cheap anymore. Those fucks aren't, it's not cheap anymore. I'm hurt, bro. Spirit's selling tickets for like 17 bucks. Fucking American Airlines is like, you got $2.17 in your pocket, you're going. So I was like, fuck, okay, man.
Yo, speaking of airlines, Delta and American, I believe, have banned alcohol now, which means we only fly United.
Okay, alcoholic. I can't have my booze. 3 or 4.
Hey, I have fear of heights. All right, if I can't be either drunk or high as fuck on my plane, that gets cut out. If I can't be drunk on my plane, then I don't want to fly.
Okay, well here. How about this? Think about this.
I don't mean drunk, but like a
Here.
good 3-beer buzz,
Right.
Imagine being on shrooms while on a plane. That'd be pretty fucking cool.
We're gonna have to cut that off. I can't lose my EMT license because you fucks. All right.
You're not certified in Illinois. So you won't. You're
Right,
good.
but like I'm trying to get mine. All right, chill out.
Hey, by the time this comes out, you won't be certified, so you're good.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, I became an EMT. That was fun. I got almost stabbed in an ER by I believe PCP head. That was fun.
You want to tell us that story? That sounds a little interesting.
Yeah. So for EMT,
With
yeah,
details,
yeah, yeah,
not
yeah.
so vague, because I
Yeah.
know you tell your stories vague as fuck.
Yeah, I got you.
This man overshares details. For those of you who don't know, Austin has figured it out by now. I hope you have. When I say the other day, I could mean yesterday up until I was like 3 years old. So there's that long time frame. Because I'll go the other day when I was like 7. And I'll be like, what the fuck? That's not the other day. Yes, it is. Anyway, continue.
All right. So what
other
I
day.
was saying was, let me tell you my story. So
What the fuck?
so let me explain to you what happened. So for EMT school, paramedic school, whatever the hell you want to call it, you have to do a thing called clinicals. That's where you either go to an ER or you go do a ride along. And for me, I just wanted to knock them out, bang bang. So I did the ER first, and I don't. Can I say the hospitals thing? I can't get in trouble for that, right? I can say the hospital.
You shouldn't be able to get in trouble.
Oh, no, we're completely legally protected here. Anything we say, yeah.
Dope. All right. So yeah, I worked at a place called Sunrise. It was Sunrise Hospital in Las
Oh,
Vegas. Yeah.
Hospitals are public knowledge, yeah. Did you drink any of this?
No, I
Oh,
was just
thank
pretending
God.
to.
I was gonna say.
It was through my mask anyway.
Oh.
But
No, yeah, hospital names are public knowledge.
no, okay. So yeah, I went to a place called Sunrise Hospital. I was working in the ER. And my mistake was not waiting a week because it was like their brand new brand opening for their ER. It's like nothing had been touched. No one knew where anything was. And I was like, this is a good time to pick a fucking day to go. So I get there at like, my shift started at 7 a.m. So I was there by like 6:30. News crews, the whole shebang. So it's like my first day. They told me just go to the front desk and they'll tell me where to go. I go to the front desk. Homie's like, I don't know where you're supposed to go. Just go back there and we'll figure it out from there. So I was like, shit. So then I'm just walking around going, hey, I'm a EMT student. I'm just here for my clinical. And then they're like, I guess. They're like, get in the back. And then I went into the back and it was like this brand new break room. Like they had donuts, but I was scared to grab one because like, what if like I grabbed the nurse's like favorite donut and then like they couldn't get the donut? So I was just sitting there all petrified. And then 2 other EMT students, not from mine, because I didn't wait for any of my friends to pick a day with me. I just fucking went on my lonesome. They're like, "Oh, you're a paramedic. Nice. This will be a nice fun day." And I was like, "I guess, dude."
Mind you, that's not how people in Vegas sound.
It's the deep south.
Well,
Welcome to Las Vegas, Alabama.
welcome to the deep south of Las Vegas. Y'all want some sweet tea? We love our Raiders and some sweet tea.
Hey, now. I love me, my Raiders, and me some sweet tea, so fuck you, okay?
I'm just going with the joke. Why are you yelling at me? But anyway, so they're like, yeah.
Speaking of Raiders, 2021 Pro Bowl. We'll
Shut
get into
the
that.
fuck up. Let me talk.
Hey, I'll come across this table and hop in your lap right now.
Hey,
Do
bro.
it.
Hey, bro. I'm kind
Do
of open to it. But anyway, so like the whole day's kind of going off without. I mean, like I said, I've had crackheads lunge at me. You can lunge at me all you want. But so they basically told me the entirety of my job would be, you're gonna walk around, and if people need help, you give them help. So that's all I did. The entire 12 hours, I was just walking around in an ER. Because the ER is really shaped like this table. So I'm just going in circles. You need help? You need help? You need help? Or, there's a thing called triage. That's when you go to the ER.
Right.
That's assessing how bad your situation is. So they would say, like, triage to room 32. So then I would be in room 32, gloves, ready to go. I didn't know what the fuck's going on. So then this lady walks in and she's got straight crazy eyes. Like they're just darting. They don't like, she scans a person and darts around again. Like it's like legit, like she's done something today. And like she was like, the doctor said like she was running across the streets, like screaming at people. So they just were like, let's bring her to the hospital, baby. Let's figure this out.
Yeah, right.
So now this woman, I assume to be down on her luck and or homeless, because all she is covered in like dirt. Her clothes are all dirty and tight and ripped. So we decide to be good people and we get her into a gown. Not like the regular hospital gown, but like actual like shirt and pants. It's
Yeah.
like the real cheap like tarp material.
Yeah.
So we decided to get her in those. Me, the security guard, and the actual male nurse for that room all had to leave because it's privacy. She's
Yeah.
a woman, fuck
Right.
it. So we sent 2 lady nurses in, so that way it's not as awkward and there's no lawsuits. Oh, these men watched me get naked. Like
Right.
there's no
yeah,
opportunity
of
for
course,
that.
Of course.
So as the lady nurses leave, they're like, yeah, she's fully dressed, but we heard a pop and we saw her put something in her butt. Now, right, the look you both just gave me.
Wait, was the pop like?
I'm gonna get to that. So we get back into the room, and I'm almost like hugging the security guard. I'm like, I'm not trying to get shanked today. And this is like hour 3, by the way, of like 12. So fucking, I'm sitting there I'm like just standing behind the little security guard, like, get it? And he was like, look, ma'am, if you don't give us whatever you have in your butt, we're gonna have to call the police, and it's gonna be a much bigger deal than it needs to be. And so then she gets pissed and fucking slams like glasses,
Yeah.
like one of the lenses. So she had glasses in like her fucking homeless bag. She popped out a lens, put it in her ass in case we did something she didn't like. She was just gonna break it and fucking stab us with it. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I was almost stabbed with ass glass.
So the pop was the glasses.
Yeah.
Coming out? Oh, I thought it was like the glass going up her ass. Like
No, no. The pop was the fucking with the lens popping out like a little. They heard it. They didn't know what it was.
And she put that. How big was the lens?
Dude, the size of like a regular lens, like maybe a little bit smaller than this, but yeah.
Oh my god. She
But
had
it was
to
like
have a
glass.
loose
Yeah,
butt.
bro. She was literally if it was gonna happen, she was gonna break it and try and lunge at it. She was already didn't like it. We literally took some blood work because like God knows what the fuck is in her blood, so we weren't even gonna attempt it. So we took her blood work and she's like, nah. And we tried to put an IV in her, and they're like, nah, y'all already did that. We're like, no, we didn't. We just took blood. She's like, nah, you guys didn't. She's like, yeah, I feel better. Y'all already did what you needed to do. And she was getting like more and more hostile the second.
No.
Give me.
You fucking child. I know exactly what you're trying to do. We're not in high school anymore.
I mean, it's still fun.
For those of you who don't know what I'm explaining, Austin is taking the lighter, putting it on his side, filling the gas up in his hand, and then lighting it and going like this and going like a fireball.
Yeah.
Nice.
Continue your story.
Yeah. But like she like this like the second she lost that glass, like she was the most hostile person you would be around. Like she was really like, nah, you're not touching me. You're not doing anything to me. We're like, ma'am, we haven't done anything to you. She's like, yeah, well, guess what? It's gonna stay that way. And she's like screaming at us, and like I had to get kicked out of the room because like I was standing. So like if this was her bed, she was sitting on this side with her feet going off like that, and I was just standing behind her because that was where the gloves were. So in case like they got ripped or dirty, I could just grab some more. She's like, I don't like him behind me. And then like, I guess you gotta leave. I was like, okay, I didn't know she's paying my non-existent paycheck. And I just left the room.
Right.
And then after that, let's see, what else happened? I had to deal with a stroke patient. You ever deal with a stroke patient?
No, as a matter of fact, I have not.
Wow.
Wow, you don't deal with me on a weekly basis?
Oh, I thought you were just mentally handicapped.
It's that too. But not like I had to deal with him, and like the charge nurse treated me like it was like a movie at that point. When like she told me like she got me to go with this guy. I swear to God, Austin, come here. She literally was like this. Like she just walked past me with your arm. She walked past me. She literally like grabbed my arm like this. She was like, "You've wanted to play all day. Now's your chance." And she fucking just rushed me into the stroke room. I was like, "No." I was like, "That's not what I meant."
That's the wrong kind of stroke.
Yeah. But no, so then I was dealing with him.
So your stroke game's not that good then?
No, I mean, it was pretty okay. They only told me to take Vital. I know what you're talking about, by the way. I'm just saying. No, they told me to take his Vital. That man is not okay, so I don't want to joke about it.
So your stroke game is not okay then.
I mean, his isn't anymore. He can't feel his arms or legs, but... I'm trying to tell you people, let's not joke about this. He is not well. I'm just telling you. But no, so like I just had to, put the IVs and not IVs. I had to put like the heart rate monitor and stuff like that on him. And then all of a sudden, the only reason I was upset going into the stroke room was because I heard as I was getting pulled in, cardiac arrest on its way, ETA 5 minutes. I was like, fuck, man. I want to deal with this heart attack. I don't give a fuck about this stroke guy. I want to work on that because that's something that's going to happen in the field more than anything. So no, I got done with the stroke guy. I went across the if this is the stroke room, because they have their own designated stroke room, they had their own designated cardiac arrest room, like right across the hall.
Designated stroke room.
It is. It's called. I'm not gonna say the codes because that gives shit away. So, the designated stroke room was in here, and then the cardiac arrest room was here. And by the time I got out, basically, homeboy was already dead. So
he was already cold blue.
He wasn't already cold blue. He was cold blue basically on the way.
Oh shit.
Cold blue is when you're dying, not when you're dead.
Oh.
So he was cold blue for maybe, who knows, like 20 minutes on the way there. So I mean, they already told me that like chances were not too good. You know what I mean? So like that was like hour 5. I went from almost getting stabbed, stroke, dead guy, and then hour 6 was pretty great because I'm lying. It was hour 7. There was this French guy that came in. Now I can talk about him as much as I want with HIPAA because I'm not giving his name. So this dumb motherfucker. I walk into the room. I heard triage room, whatever. I get in there. I'm ready. And this dude walks in. Like the paramedics didn't even bring him in the stretcher. Homeboy walked in. So the doctor comes in. I'm talking to the nurse. The nurse is like, yeah, what can I help you with? He's like, I think my heart is going to explode. And we're like, why is that? And he's like, well, I decided to do 3 grams of cocaine last night. And we were like, what? I was like, I didn't think it was supposed to be this easy.
I mean, that's valid. At least he said what was going on.
Oh, if drugs send you to the emergency room, you can't get in trouble for whatever. Yeah. Like literally, if you did meth and you're like, oh, I'm dying, and they go to the hospital and you're like, yeah, I did meth. They can't be like, what? You're going to jail after this. It's literally like they're not supposed to. So homeboy was like, I got nothing to lose. So he's like, yeah, I took the 3 grams last night. My heart felt like it was going to explode, so I Uber to the hospital. And I'm like, wait, you Ubered here? like you got another human being's car and then just let them drive you here? I'm like, what if you fucking died on the way? What is that person supposed to do?
He's not taking him to the hospital, I guess.
He's not getting his tip and he's not getting his rate. Like, you can't give 5 stars for a dead
felt
body.
Like my heart was going to explode, so I Uber to the hospital.
I swear to God, those were his words to me and the nurse. And we're like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, this person's like Superman. Like, I've never done cocaine a day in my life. But, like, I feel like 3 grams is a lot.
Yeah,
just a little bit.
Just a little bit? Okay. You want to know why he did 3 grams of cocaine that night? Bro, honest to God, on my father's grave. But the doctor's like, why did you do the 3 grams? He's like, what? Were you studying for your finals or something? He's like, what are finals? Because in France, they don't have, like...
How old is this guy?
Well, he looked like he was in his 20s, but I guess he was in his 30s. So, like, he was way out of college, out of school. And I guess in France, they don't have, like, finals for their things. Once you're done with school, you're done with school. So, homeboy was like, what the finals? We're like, what did you do the cocaine for? All that cocaine. What the fuck was the point? And he was like, well, I wanted to put up some curtains in my house, and I just did not want to sleep. I'm like, you put your life in danger for putting up curtains? Something you can do any time of the day. It didn't have to be at night.
Oh my God. That's a true story?
Yes, that's what he told me. He was literally like, yeah, I wanted to put up curtains. And we're like, why 3 grams? He was like, that's what I bought. He literally was
That's
like,
what I bought.
he was literally like, I mean, I bought that much and none of my friends were there, so fuck it, dude.
That's like buying a whole little like sheet of LSD and just eating the whole
No,
thing.
dude, that's like buying 5 pizzas because you're like, my friends will come over later.
No, that's like buying 3 grams of cocaine and doing 3 grams of cocaine to yourself. That's what the fuck that is.
Greedy prick.
Dude, bro, get this.
Stupid fuck. Like,
Bro, his chronicles of idiocy don't end there.
oh my
Then-
god, chapter 2 begins.
That was chapter 2.
Oh god.
I had no
Well,
idea.
actually, that's chapters 1, 2, and 3. More like it.
No, so the week prior, I found out later, the week prior, he went to the hospital because he did too much, like, I think it was, what was it, like LSD or something like that? Like, he did too much.
Oh,
like,
he's just trying to see what the ratio is good for him and shit.
Bro, he's literally.
He's an experimenter. He writes about it. Today, I took 2 sheets of acid and wound up in hospital and thought I met God. Next week, I will try 3 grams of cocaine and we will see how it happens.
Bro,
Flash
I don't
forward to
know-
next week. This week, I took 3 grams of cocaine and tried to hang curtains. Curtains look nice. 3 grams of cocaine and my face done so well. I ended up in hospital. Next week, 8 speedball of heroin and cocaine. Stay tuned.
But, like, so the week prior to him being in there, he landed himself there with too much drugs. Ubered there as well. So then he survived
Hey, at least
that
he
ordeal.
saves himself the money of the ambo, right?
I guess, but if he dies in the Uber, he dies.
But at least he's not driving. There's
I
that
guess,
too.
but he dies.
He obviously must have known he wasn't going to die.
That was the whole reason he was there.
Or he must live close enough to, like,
I don't know how close he lived. All
my
I
heart
know
was
is,
going to explode, so I Ubered to the hospital.
dude, I swear, he was either like, I thought my heart was going to explode, and I Ubered to the hospital.
How did you not laugh your ass off then?
Do you know how hard it was not to, dude? I'm a professional in that setting. If I laugh, it's my ass. Oh my god, dude, it was fucking. And then he's discharged because clearly he didn't fucking die. We just let him, dude. And by the way, off the cuff, you can edit this out if you want, but bro. I knew he did that much cocaine because like his piss was like golden, like it was almost like he pissed gold. Like it was that dark. So like his body was like just getting everything out. So like we just kept pumping him with water and fucking letting him piss it out. And we just let him take a nap and he was okay. He was like, I'd like to go home now. So we discharged him. And since it was a brand new ER, I chose to walk him out. You know, being nice. Plus the nurse told me to, and I'm kind of the nurse's bitch. So whatever they want me to do, I do. So they're like, yeah, walk him out of the new ER. So I was like, fine, whatever. As I'm leaving, he goes, hey, can I ask you a question? I'm like, of course, buddy. What can I get for you? What can I do? And he was like, now, when I get home to my apartment, can I smoke weed? Bro, I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? So I was like, do you want me to be honest with you? Do you want me to be honest? And he like stops and turns. He's like, yes, of course. I was like, I think your body just needs a rest, dude. I was like, you just did 3 grams of cocaine. Let your body come down, baby. I was like, you need to relax, maybe take a nap, drink some water, and then put up those curtains. And he was like, okay. And then he leaves, right? So then I have to go clean the room because that's also nurse's orders. So fucking, he left a little box. I'm like, fuck, bro, what personal items did he leave? I opened the box in case there's like his driver's license or some shit because I don't know how this French fuck works. He just did 3 grams of cocaine to put up curtains. So I opened up the box, 2 joints.
Oh my god.
So at least I knew he wasn't smoking immediately the second he left the hospital. That was good. And then I called security, and then I was like, hey, what do I do about this? And then he was like, you want me to be honest? I'm like, yeah, I'm from Illinois. I don't fucking know. He was like, well, it's legal here. So he just literally grabbed the box right in the garbage. I was like, oh, okay. But then let's see what else.
So did you keep the weed, or he just threw the weed away?
No, he just threw the weed away, bro. Bro, that dude fucking was off cocaine and LSD the week prior. Bro, who knows? He probably put like methamphetamines in his joints.
I wasn't gonna say you should smoke it. I was just saying, what did you do with it? Did the security guard take it?
Yeah, literally, it's legal, so like he can't get in trouble. So literally,
Oh, I know it's legal.
I know, so just like throw it out. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I think that's a good note to go on break. Because don't Don't you say? Did you say you had to probably go on break?
Yeah. We'll be back. With stay tuned for a word from our sponsors. We'll be back. Hey Danny, you ever wanted to lose some weight?
Of course.
Yeah,
I always do.
You fucking fat piece of shit.
Yeah.
Well, now you can. Thanks to Phoenix Fit. And you guys can too now. Thanks to our sponsorship with Phoenix Fit, Full Chapstick podcast listeners get 25% off their entire cart using the code FCP25. Check them out now at phoenixfit.com. That's FNXFIT.com. Also check them out on Instagram, FNX_FIT.
Lose weight now.
Yes, sir. Do you want to talk about our main sponsor today, our FCP LLC? What brings us all together?
Yeah, I got it. So, here with Floor Chapstick Podcast LLC, we are here as a group of idiots just kind of giving you content for anything you need. Just like I said, we have Mixed Martial Morons. We have this Floor Chap Podcast. There's anything you need, we got you. Floor Chapstick LLC, brought to you by Floor Chapstick LLC.
All right, I like that. And last but not least, M&M Custom Designs. If you guys ever wanted your own, like, stickers or car decals or just something that, like, you couldn't come up with from the internet because it wasn't, appropriate at the time or anything like that. Well, now you can with M&M Custom Designs. Find them on M_M_custom_designs on Instagram. Use promo code FCP50 for 50% off your order of $100 or more. Now, back to the show. All right, so where were we?
We were talking about the French guy who did 3 grams of cocaine. Hey, no.
Cocaine.
We both love to do cocaine. Remember from the Netflix with John Mulaney and...
Oh, yeah.
But no, so I was talking
This is FCP, baby.
All right.
Well, do you want me to tell my experience story, or do you want to keep talking about Danny's experiences?
I mean, my experiences are far and wide.
Well, he's only in 7-hour episode... At hour 7 of 12.
This is true.
He's got 5 more hours.
Very true. So we'll finish that up.
Yeah, so what happened was after him, I just had to clean the room, and then it was mostly quiet for the rest of the day. And then I got this lovely Welsh family, and I almost did anything for them. I would have killed for them. Like, if they're like, excuse me, sir, we need a little bit of water. And I was like, I got you, bro. And so I'd run and I'd get him a cup of water, like both of them, not even just the husband, but the wife too. And she's like, oh, this is lovely. And I was like, ooh, I'm going to fucking do whatever the fuck I can for you people. They were like, oh, he gets so cold easily. Can you please give him a heated blanket? And so
Where
I did.
are your accents from?
What do you mean? I don't know. I'm
It's sort of, it's in the general region, sort of, maybe.
hippie-doo, you know?
Or drinking just pip diddly doo.
There you go.
Yeah, made up pip la diddly do. But anyway, but no, so like I just did almost anything for those people. And then when I tell you,
He pip their diddly doos.
I really did. But no, like the last thing, it was basically like hour 11 that I dealt with. I don't even know what it was. All I know is I see it in my sleep. So, yeah, I don't think I have room. But it was this dude laying on a bed, kind of like, sideways with his junk and stuff out that way. I swear to God. And like, it was just like, I think
Oh,
it was
he
like
was dogballing you?
yeah, but I think it was like a hemorrhoid or something.
So he had
bro.
it like tucked underneath and like the legs over the top, so it was like pushing it out the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was dogballing you.
I know he was, but no, because like I asked this nurse, I was like, "Hey, do you need anything?" And like I walk into the room that she was in, and that's the first thing I'm greeted
Oh
with.
God.
And so I was like, "What the fuck?" But I was like watching her, and she was putting like a saline solution on with sugar, and it was just weird because like during doing that, it just slowly like shrank. I was like, "What the fuck is going on, bro?" And it was like, I see that and I sleep. I'm going to spare y'all and the viewers the details, but I see it in my sleep. I don't know what it was. It was just not the word. It was just not okay. You know?
To good way to describe it.
Right, and like the nurse is looking at me as she's putting the saline solution on with like a glove and pouring like sugar packets for like coffee on it. And she was like, "Isn't this cool, right? It's so fascinating." She's like, "I've been doing this all day and it just keeps shrinking." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll talk about how cool this is after I throw up real quick." What the fuck? All in all, best day of my life.
On a lighter note, Austin has a story he wants to tell,
Mine's a lot less eventful.
and it's a lot more quick.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sort of.
You know,
Told
it
me
is-
to carry, and I carried.
No, it's quicker.
What the fuck is going on?
That means I'm telling you, tell the story quicker.
Yeah, no,
Because
I
shit I
assumed
wanna
as
get
much,
to.
but
Why'd
okay.
you
So
just fucking stare at me like that?
We
then?
both did, dude. He's like, it was. You were like this. You were
You
literally
both like I fucked me.
You
for
were
a
literally
minute
like a
there.
psychopath. You're like, Austin's about to tell this quickly. Yeah, my main man Austin's gonna tell this story super quick.
And no, he was like, I was like, yeah, it's a quick story, and he was like, well, particularly, and I was like, no, it's a quick story.
No, but it was like the
Like-
look you gave us. Just
like, make
it's like
it
an
quick.
old man after he tells a joke, like,
I just shit in my pants.
All right, so I'll make it quick. I'll spare the details. This can be like a separate. I could fucking make a whole video on this on my own if I wanted to.
Yeah, fuck us.
So,
I
yeah,
mean,
right.
expand the brand.
So my buddy and I, pretty much my main group of friends outside of this,
They know two of them.
yeah, Andrew, who's been on the show, and Adon, who I've told plenty of stories
He's
about.
been on the show.
Adon hasn't been on the show.
He was on the draft episode.
Oh, he was. Okay, I barely count that. But either way.
we were fucking eating for like 20
Yeah.
minutes.
The full supercut I've still yet to upload because it's 33 minutes of unwatchable garbage.
Just upload it anyway.
Yeah.
So this show?
Yeah.
Oh, and our montage and mine and Danny's episode.
Yeah, upload our episodes. You.
I
fuck.
still need the full video. He hasn't
No,
sent it to
we
me.
decided just to upload the montage.
Okay.
Next
no
week.
I'm glad
point
I
now.
was told.
There's no
Um,
point now. No, we just figured this out before we picked you up. But
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There's no point in commenting on the fights that have happened 2
In
months
March.
ago in March.
All right. Either way. So that friend group. So Andrew, who's been on the show, Adon, who's been on the show, and Andrew's brother Jared, who I've tried to get on the show, but he's usually just either not available or just doesn't want to be on the show at the time. We have we've been kind of going further into drugs, especially Adon and I, because we're curious. We like to have fun. Just see
and
what's
not
going on.
inviting me, you know.
Fuck off.
I have a license to keep when I get it.
So
Which means you can regulate us. You can be the.
I
You
know,
can
I'm
be
the
like the.
babysitter.
Yeah, you can be the Dr. Drew.
Oh, you want me just to sit there with the Narcan and just wait for when you croak and then I'll hit you with
no,
the
I,
Narcan?
I draw the line at pills, powders, and needles. That's how it's always been for me. So
Yeah. So.
yeah.
I want that organic cocaine, man, in the capsule.
So we decided my actually one of the friends, I'm not gonna name which one just to save face. One of them wanted to do DMT, and I've told you this story.
Yeah.
And I'm like, listen, man, don't do DMT. That's something that you really shouldn't do if you can't even handle weed, you know. So
I know who this is.
yeah, I was kind of.
I know.
I was talking back and forth with him, like, listen, we'll try. If anything, we'll do salvia first, because salvia is 15-minute trip, not the same kind of visuals and same kind of experience as DMT. That's more of a shrooms thing. Well, he's like, why don't we do shrooms then? I'm like, if you're cool with doing a 6 to 8 hour trip, yeah, we can do that. So we ended up getting some shrooms, and actually the night that we were supposed to be doing this, that friend decided not to because he had stuff to do the next day and all that. So he was essentially just going to be our listener in case we absolutely needed anything, because he actually ended up staying up as long as we did. But did I say who I did shrooms with already?
Yeah.
Did I? Either way, should I
Twins and
continue
Adon.
using his name or
Yeah.
well, now you just said it. Adon, sorry buddy.
Dude, you said it already.
I can't remember. That's why I was saying did I, because I could have edited it
Yeah.
out, but now I'm just going to leave it in. So Adon and I, we decided we're still going to do
By
shrooms.
if you haven't noticed by now, by being on the show, you give us the right to use your name on future episodes.
Sure.
Except one person.
I'll still talk to him just to be safe. But either way, so we decided, fuck it, we're gonna do it anyway, because we spent this money. I still have.
Anyway, you could just bleep out his name.
Yeah. I still have some left, so it's not like it's a concern that I can't do it on multiple nights. So the first time I did,
Right.
first time I ever did it, was actually on my own. I was texting you partially throughout the trip, but it was way less than an eighth. It was probably like a 16th worth of the actual stuff. So
What are we talking? Oh, okay.
yeah,
Like a pinch.
yeah, it was practically nothing in the grand scheme of
Just a
things.
touch.
He
So,
microdosed.
That was very much, it was super, the lighting was more what I saw than anything. Like the lighting was super sharp and details were more prevalent and stuff like that. So it was a cool little micro
that'd be great
trip.
to play video games on.
It would be kind of cool. I didn't try it because actually technology didn't interest me at all.
Huh.
Both times I was like, I don't want to touch my phone. It's gross to me. That one, it was just kind of a small trip, just, to see what it felt like. This night, I took over an eighth of shrooms, which is, most people will only take an eighth and that's about it. Some people will take fucking who knows how much. But an eighth was how much Adon took and how much I took. I took a little bit more because I had left over from when I took it before, but nonetheless about an eighth. And throughout the entire night, have you ever heard of people doing shrooms, like what it's like, how they explain it?
Yeah.
With all the like life becoming geometry.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it felt like. We were in the woods in the dark, just completely surrounded by trees and like one house. And you look into the sky and you see the leaves turning into these fucking, I don't even know the names of the shapes, but they're turning into these geometric objects.
Homie said they're turning into parallelograms.
Yeah,
Dude,
seriously, it was
sounds so
insane. Yeah, so when I noticed on the small dose and the big dose is that it starts off when you look at an image, like say you look outside of a window and you see the sky, the tree, everything's it looks like it's on the same plane for the most part. You don't have a sense of depth all the time. Every single thing had its own layer, as if you were in Photoshop highlighting layers to show the differences.
Fuck?
It like here and here looked the same, but if you slightly change it, you could see it both in focus. Even if one's a mile away and one's right next to you, you see them both evenly in focus with their respective like shadows and depth of field. It was super cool. So that starts happening, and Adon didn't feel it as quickly as I did, probably because I took a little bit extra. But he ends up taking a hit off his pen, which I told him not to. But he takes a hit off his pen. That actually kind of kicked it into hyperdrive form.
He's like, I'm freaking out!
We'll get to that. So the biggest thing is as we started playing music. Thankfully, my service held up because T-Mobile is fucking shit and we were in the woods.
Oh, well, yeah, that's because it went down over the weekend, too.
Yeah, that's
Hell
true,
yeah,
too.
bro.
Yeah, we
We got
T-Mobile.
DDoS.
Oh, yeah.
We got DDoS.
Oh,
What do you
that
have? You have T-Mobile?
We got DDoS, yeah.
Yeah.
We got DDoS.
Oh,
really?
We got DDoS, yeah.
Damn.
So that makes a little bit of sense. But-
China's moving on India. The world's going to shit. Let's continue.
Yeah, 20 Indian soldiers were killed.
Wow, I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
But
Nobody knows about it because we're not talking about China anymore.
true.
We
Thankfully,
aren't legally
though,
allowed to in this podcast anymore.
interesting.
Yeah.
So
Good job,
thankfully
Austin.
that wasn't my fault.
Yes, it was.
You antagonized me.
The legal documents state that it is your fault.
Um,
From Twitter, they state that it is your fault.
Either way, so the eventually, like, we start playing music. I think the first thing I played, because it was the first thing I got to load, was Camp by Childish Gambino. That was actually a really perfect album to do it because it has so many different dynamics, like from real fast to real slow, and a lot of feel to it. It was really good. So I ended up changing the music probably like 30 times throughout the trip, but there was one point that I remember in particular. I was lying down. I couldn't stay in one spot for more than a half hour, but at one point I got into a fetal position kind of thing in Adon's passenger seat. So I'm sitting here like this, and I look back into the back seat, and it looks like a fucking Spencer's. Like you know how they have like the lights, the neon lights, and the music is blaring in the back of a Spencer's? That's what the back of his car looked like. And it's pitch black outside.
You guys are just sitting in the car?
We're just sitting in the car. All the lights are blocked out from his clock, his radio, everything. It's pitch black. So we're just sitting there, like, because we wanted to see what are... Huh?
Did you buy some sex toys while you were back there?
I should have.
Right?
Yeah,
Because
you
like,
two would have a great time.
yeah. But then I'm like
Dildozer.
rubbing the back
What?
seat.
It's a dildozer. It's like a fucking... It's a Paradise PD reference. Continue.
I know what it is.
So I'm starting to like rub the back seat because I'm like seeing all the shapes and colors and everything like that. And my hand slips off. My right hand slips off the couch and it goes into
The
like
couch?
the little.
I thought you
I
were
mean
in
the back seat. You know what I mean? There's the front seats and the. So the back seat, I'm like rubbing my hands against it, and my right hand falls off, and I look down to see what happened to it because I didn't have any control of it, and all of a sudden it's just covered in blue light. There's no blue light in the car. There was not a single blue light to be seen, but my hand, I'm doing this the entire time. Like this, I think we were listening to like Fade to Black or Trapped Under Ice, a Metallica song. And I'm sitting there like this the entire time, just staring at my hand. And I look over at Adon like, are you seeing this shit? And he's looking straight ahead. He's like, he is not okay. So I'm like, are you fine? What's going on? He's like, yeah, I'm just seeing shit, man. So, I look back. I look back into the back seat, and Spencer's is gone. It's like,
where are the twins at this point?
They're at home. Well, actually, Andrew is. Well, now you just revealed one. That actually, never mind.
You did already.
No. I realized we didn't specify who. Jared was still at home. Andrew was at work.
Oh,
That's what. That I just want to make sure because I forgot that we already said that Adon was the one.
Yeah. So you and Adon were the only ones
yeah.
doing mushrooms.
So I look back and Spencer's is gone, like completely gone. Then throughout the rest of the night, it's a lot of me lying down and turning and spinning. What the fuck are you doing?
Nothing.
There you go. But it's a lot of colors spinning, like me moving back and forth, rustling in my seat in the passenger seat. And I, like I said, I changed the song probably about 30, 40 times while we're at our peak. So, yeah, seriously, that's what it felt like. I went through like 5 or 6 different playlists on shuffle just to try and find something. And every single time, it was amazing when you would find the right song because it changed the trip. Like when I was listening to One and Fade to Black and everything, I was like real like like going crazy. But when I was listening to this one playlist I found on Spotify for like listening while you're high, it was all lo-fi, hip hop, shit like that. You completely mellowed out, and all of the colors and like the shit going on outside were muted. Like you would still see it, but it wasn't as like crazy in your face anymore. So there was one point where it was like we had this big old crescendo.
Hold on, keep talking.
So I'll talk to Danny. So there was one point. It was the final crescendo, at least as far as I remember. Don was next to me, and I slap him in the chest. I go, oh, bam!
You pieced your boy.
Yeah. And he's like, what the fuck was that? And I scared him out of like almost like he was kind of dazed, so he throws up his hand. He's like, whoa, what the fuck was that? And I grab his hand.
You're like, we're boyfriend and boyfriend.
And I'm
now.
holding.
You're a bit out frame.
It's fine. I'm holding his hand. And he's like, what the fuck was that? I'm like, I don't know. I just needed to ground myself. Like, I wanted to make sure I was still alive. So he's dying laughing while I'm holding his hand, like, as tight as I can. And, of course, he's laughing, so I'm starting to laugh. It had to have been at least a minute where we're dying laughing at each other. And it just kind of dies down. It's like that. And I brought oranges with me because I knew on psychedelics, citrus is great. So I'm like, you want an orange? Like, yeah. So grab the oranges, and the orange saga was probably my favorite because both of us, we started ripping into these oranges as hard. Adon literally bites into the orange trying to get into it. So like we're peeling. I get probably about that much of the orange peel taken off. And I just start going to town on it. Same with Adon. We're like, there was orange juice all over us. My phone was sticky the next morning from all the orange juice. It was disgusting. So I'm like
Orange
tearing
juice
off the
and semen, huh?
Yeah. I was tearing off the orange like the chunks of the peel and throwing it out the window. Like, it's biodegradable. Fuck it, because I wanted to get inside that orange. Meanwhile, I think what was the song that was playing? Fuck. I can't remember what song. I think it might have still been Metallica by that point. The time frame is kind of fucky. But Adon turns on the light, the overhead light, to see so we can see what we're peeling. and I could see the orange in my hand fucking breathing. Like it's moving. You know how you get the little, like what look like veins on the orange when you
Yeah.
peel it? I could see those pulsing as if there was actual blood going through them. Like, oh no, I don't like this anymore. I turned off the light real quick, and sounds like, what are you doing? Turns it back on, and I just start seeing it swirl. I'm like, Adon, look at your orange. And he looks at it like this. He's like, like we didn't know how to process what these oranges were doing. And we looked at each other in the face, I think 3 times. And every single time we were like, don't look at me. Like, all 3 times, just, I don't like your face. Because it looked like a mosaic painting. It was the most surreal moment, seeing your friend's face that you've known for years, since high school, not looking like looking in the mirror is fucked up too, because you don't look like yourself. You look like you're almost astral projecting, like you're looking at yourself from another perspective. That's what it felt like. So once it hit that was the come down. And my come down was apparently very different from Adon's, or at least it was different in the way that I started talking. I know I said this in the car, but this is for these now. Everything I was saying sounded so like profound, and like I was so deep, and I knew what I was talking about everything. And I'm like, just think, this is all gonna be over soon. We have to go back to reality and shit like that. And Adon, he's sitting there like, yup. And me hearing that, I'm like, oh, he's he's understanding what I'm saying, so I'm talking. It had to have been at least 20 minutes of me saying the same thing over and over again. And Adon's like, I think it's time to go home. Now, this is around 1:30, 1:40 or so. And it was like, we gotta go home. And we ate them at 10:30. Like, I texted you right when it happened, so I had a log. It was 10:30, and they kicked in at 11. I'm like, dude, we have at least an hour to 2 hours left. Like,
Right.
minimum. It ended up being 2 hours. I'm like, you can't drive. You're not good to drive. So he's like, no, I just really need to get home. I'm starting to get really paranoid, really anxious. I'm like, are you sure you're good to drive? He's like, yeah, I'm good. He wasn't good.
Does he live by you?
Huh? No. He lives off of Palatine Road. I live, off of
Yeah.
Lake Cook.
What's his home address?
Huh?
What's his home address?
Hold on, I got it. But so he's like, no,
It's in the
I'm
comments.
good. Yeah, I'll pin comment.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm fine. And he gets on the road after we get off the little side road, and I'm like, dude, you're not fine. You need to pull
That's
over.
last week's.
He's like, you need to pull over. Got him to pull over. Called my dad, and that was pretty much the end of the saga. But like, I got us to the twins' house. I drove his car back to the twins' house. That like 45-second drive.
Yeah.
And he's sitting in the car. He's like, man, this is fucked up. I don't like this. We made a mistake. We shouldn't have done this. Like, he is anxious to the max. I'm like, dude, relax. Like, I'm like the dad in the situation where I'm talking to my kid. Like, oh no, we're gonna be fine. This is fun. Like, I'm laughing. I'm having a good old time. And he's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't think anyone's gonna be able to read that.
Oh, it says, what's your social security number, please?
Yeah, I can read it.
Hey, guys. If your social security number was your age, how old would you be?
So, the last little part of my story is, my parents picked us up.
Kelly.
Oh my god.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how too old are you?
No, 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 no. Continue.
Either way, last little bit, I called my dad, said, hey, we need a pickup. Can you come pick us up from the twins' house? He's like, yeah, good. We dropped Adon off at home. I overslept the next morning because I didn't get to sleep until 8 a.m.
So did you miss work?
No, I didn't have work. That's
Oh.
why I did it the night that I did. But Jared ended up needing to pick up Adon and bring him to his car that was still at their house. And I was asleep because apparently I fell asleep around 8 up through noon. And I was up until 8 o'clock. I didn't have a single second of sleep. I was wide awake, but my eyes were tired as shit for that entire almost
that's
24-hour
horrible.
span. And I mean, it was worth it. Don't get me wrong. I would gladly give up sleep once every great while to do that again, because psychedelics as a whole, I've always had an interest in. So the fact that it was such a good trip, I want to do it with more people just to see what their reactions are. So
Wow.
yeah, it was fun.
Maybe next time you'll fucking invite me.
Maybe next time you'll have some shit for yourself. Because I only
Well,
had it.
Ask me on Wednesday.
We'll see. All right, so I'll let you guys go back to your show.
What's that reaction?
I don't know. I just wanted to add some dramatics.
Yeah, no, it was. That's definitely an interesting.
Let's give it up for my man Austin Gonka. That was a good story. Good story.
Yeah. Well, I think that might be a good note to wrap up on. Unless you got anything else you want to say this week.
Just something real quick. I'd like to say rest in peace to Michelle Avila. She was a girl I went to school with. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say I was the closest person with her. I've had maybe 1 or 2 conversations, but she lost her life early Monday morning in a car accident. It's always sad when a human being loses their life.
Right,
So, big ups to Michelle. Miss ya.
And
Rest
the
easy.
entire Avila family as well.
And the Avila family. Yeah, Avila family. I can't speak English. And we're going to have a little ceremony for her at High Point Park. Look it up. And it's going to be on Friday. Rest up.
On Friday, all right. Well, that'll actually have to come out before. We'll clip that. I'll have him clip that and send it to you so we can have it, so you can put that out beforehand.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, guys. Wanted to end on a little bit of a lighter note this week, but that's okay.
I mean, we started with your dog dying. Why not we end with my friend dying, you know?
Yeah, but each of our friends died.
Yeah.
So, next week we'll get a little clip episode coming out of my trip to Vegas. Finally coming out, the clips of the trip.
Right, Austin?
Yep.
Yep. All right.
He
and
didn't even
then
hear the fuck we
the
said.
week after that, I'll officially have the week after that we will be officially introducing the new co-host. So
Dun, dun, dun.
stay tuned.
Kevin
for that.
Strasburger, come on down. Dun, 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 dun.
All right. Bye, guys.
Peace out.
Press 0. What are you talking about?
Well. Oh shit. We're live.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
well.
No, that's what it says. There's so much to watch.
Well, I have so much food in my mouth.
You got a lot of food, Mark.
Oh my god. It is disgusting.
That was beautiful.